Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. I'm YouTube famous now. And so is PP. PP, when does your album Woof come out? He said, it's already out. Go buy it on iTunes. I'm super famous. Okay, you guys. If you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. I said in my 1-year anniversary video that I was gonna do videos like once a week on this channel that were kind of like social consciousness issues or, you know, just like dealing with bigger things and bigger issues, thought-provoking issues. And a lot of you guys that watch my channel also watch my daily vlog. It's listed below, Peter Vlogs. I'm vlogging every day for the year of 2017. I say it in every video. But on that channel, like, I get into very lengthy conversations with myself and really with you guys watching, you know, just about like life issues and my sobriety and my recovery and my past addiction issues and my coming out story and how I feel about myself and my family. And I talk about all kinds of things. And one of the things I talk on there regularly about is social anxiety and how it has been a huge blockage to me participating fully in life. And I have also done a video about social anxiety on my other channel, which is called My So-Called Healthy Life, where I talk about like how to improve your life, and I read meditations and things like that. From, you know, having worked in the field for so long, I kind of just speak from my experience. But I was thinking about this today because I was talking to a friend of mine about social anxiety, and he really struggles from social anxiety. And he was saying, you know, like, I don't really know how to overcome it. Like, I don't know, like, Peter, how did you overcome your social anxiety? And I was like, what? Because I don't feel like I fully have overcome my social anxiety. But that being said, I feel like I have a lot of tricks, you know, in my toolbox that I can use on a daily basis, on a regular basis, to kind of deal with my social anxiety and how to be able to participate in the real world and not miss out on things. And it kind of came to a forefront today because if you guys watch my vlog and my other channel, or even on here, my husband is definitely an extrovert. Like, he is always out in the spotlight. He loves to participate in things. He volunteers in all kinds of things. And, you know, he's very active in our community. And it's hard because he really enjoys that. I do not. I like to sit on my front porch and read, or, you know, travel just as the two of us, or go see my best friend, those kinds of things. I'm not somebody that needs to have, I don't have this need to fulfill being out and being seen and all of that kind of stuff. Now, there was a period of my life that I very much felt that way. And, it was scary to me because that was coming right out of having used a lot of substances and getting sober. And I didn't really know how to, I don't know how to make this sound. I didn't really know how to be comfortable in my own skin. And so I had used substances for so long to make me comfortable in my own skin, but I don't even know that I really acknowledge that. And one of the things that I've talked about in a previous video is that at the time that I got sober, a lot of people said to me, you know, like, do you think your being gay and coming out had a lot to do with your using? And I would say, oh, no, not at all. Like, my family was completely supportive of me. I had a very easy coming out process, on and on and on. But the reality is that for so many years, people had told me, you know, like, or people had said to me behind my back and being bullied, you're gay, he's gay, and called me all these names and forced it in my face, that when I finally was able to accept it with myself and realize, wow, I'm gay, like, and I've kind of known it for a long time, and now I'm ready to admit it, and I'm not using any substances to go into a bar and dance and flirt with people and hit on some cute guy and all that kind of stuff, it was really scary to me because I didn't know what to do with that sober, if that makes sense. And it was hard for me to admit that all these people that had said this thing about me for so long that at that time I saw as something negative, today I see it as something highly positive. I'm a very proud gay man today. But at that time I didn't. I saw it as the last thing in the world that I would want to be. And I knew inside that that was who I was. And I think that over the years, what happened to me was that I just started going further and further into my safety zone and into my shelter of where I felt safe. And in my last relationship, he was very much similar to me, and he had a lot of social anxiety, and it was really easy for my ex and I just to sit at home and watch TV series and go out to eat, and we gained a lot of weight together, and we were very safe and very comfortable in the confines of our apartment. And, you know, what happened after that relationship ended was I came out into a world of technology. I came out into a world of being very, very alone, except for having one or two close friends. And I didn't want to live that small anymore, but I was so afraid. I was terrified to come out of my own skin and live, you know? And at that time, which was, let's see, we broke up in 2008, I did not know the term social anxiety, which is interesting because I had worked in the field of mental health for many, many years, and I had never heard the term social anxiety. I had heard the term anxiety, which I had been medicated for when I first got sober for a very short period of time because I didn't want to be on medication. And I have absolutely nothing wrong with medication. I think it is training wheels to help people get to the other side of working on what's going on with them. And for me, that's what it was. I took the medication while I was dealing with ways to deal with my own anxiety. I have a history of having panic attacks and having anxiety attacks, which if you've never had one and you have somebody in your life that has one, they're very, very real, very, very terrifying. And mine came out a lot in driving when I would, and I know this is all over the place, but it kind of comes to an end at the end. But I, would be on the interstate and I would feel like I couldn't get off. And I always had to drive in the right-hand lane where I knew I could get off to the side of the road. And I was terrified. And it was always a safety thing. And friends of mine would have to talk me through it. And I remember a friend of mine who had suffered severe panic attacks said to me, it's very much like The Shining and the little boy driving down the hallway. It's not real. It's not real. You're making it up in your head, right? And then he said, but what happens is the girls appear one day and you know it's real. And that's the scary thing, with anxiety is it's stress that comes from worry and from, spiraling in your head and scripting conversations out. And this is what's going to happen. And this is what so-and-so is going to say. And it snowballs and it snowballs and it snowballs. And then you have a physical response to what's going on in your head. And that is anxiety, okay? Well, for me, having social anxiety, what happens is whenever I have to go into a social anxiety, whether it's just going out with my husband to dinner, whether it's going out in public to the library or whatever, or going to an event, events are terrifying to me, like weddings or openings and anything that most people would consider fun and be like, oh my God, Peter, you get to go do this. Music festivals are terrifying to me. And I have learned over time that I can really work myself up into getting to the point where I can put on a mask and I can be like, oh, hey, how are you? And it's so good to see you and those kinds of things. But inside, what I feel like is the 5-year-old Peter who people are making fun of, and I have my head down and when I walk into a room. And that's really how I feel most days, And I have to work myself up into saying, you're not that kid anymore. And you deserve to enjoy life the same as anybody else does. Took me a long time to get there, and I wanted to talk about how it still plays out and how I work through it, because I think it's one thing just to say I have social anxiety, but it's like, what do you do about it, right? And it's one of my issues that I've had for years and years and years with the It Gets Better project, with that, which I think is an amazing project I do, right? But my issue with it is that we talk about it gets better, but we don't teach kids how does it get better and what to do to make it better. And I think it leaves a lot of people out there hopeless. And so I don't want to do that with my vein of talking about my social anxiety. And I want to show how it came out. So today, my husband texted me, and my husband is a trained dancer, and he loves going to dance things. And he said, I got free tickets to go to this thing in Indianapolis. And I was like, okay. And I said, when is it? And he goes, well, we can go Saturday or Sunday. It's up to you. And he goes, but I would prefer to go on a Saturday. And I said, okay. And he was like, and I would like to go out to dinner somewhere downtown afterwards and make it a really cute date. A really cute date. And I'm starting to panic, right? And this is what's going through my head. Who will be there? Where will we sit? How many people will be able to see me? Where are we going to dinner afterwards? Will it be someplace that's very crowded? Will it be someplace that a lot of people can see me? What will they think of me? Will they think I'm fat? Will they make fun of me? Oh, there he is. Oh, I haven't seen him since the last time. He's gained so much weight. On and on and on. And all these thoughts start going through my head, right? Now, 5 years ago, what I would have done was, I'm not going to go. I don't want to go. Can't we just stay around here? Can't we just get dinner somewhere? Blah, blah, blah. And it really greatly affected our relationship because my husband wants to go do those things. And he wants to go do those things with me. And, I think there's a part where you just suit up and show up. And it's not just good enough to say, I have social anxiety, I can't participate in it, right? But what happened was it kind of came to this huge point a couple years ago because my friends didn't understand, and I would be invited to all these parties and baby showers and all this kind of stuff, and people would say, you don't come, why don't you come? And nobody understood why I didn't come, and it was terrifying to me. It was terrifying because I didn't know who was gonna be there and what were they gonna say, and I didn't have an exit plan. And so today, I have to kind of talk myself through it. And recently I went to a wedding reception, and we walked in and there were literally like probably 50 people there, 70 people there, and the groom's whole family was sitting in the living room. My friend was in the kitchen. I'm like panicking inside as I walk in, and I go in and the family grabs me and they're like, oh, we heard you're the one that introduced them. Can you tell us the story? And Alex goes around the corner and says hi to somebody, and I'm like, and I just told the story, and I was very nice, and they were very nice, and you know, slowly that slow down, because what I'm telling myself in my head is, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna have a good time. You've proven to yourself, Peter, that when you get there, you end up having a good time. Enjoy it. Just enjoy the process, you know? Just enjoy it. It's all part of the journey. And I settled down, and it was interesting because at some point, I went out and I sat on the front porch, and like all these people came out. And they're like, oh, we love your stories. Tell us this. And all these people were coming out there to see me. To see me, the one that never goes to things, because I'm too afraid. And I'm not willing to miss out on that shit anymore. I'm not willing to. Life is too important. Life is too short. I'm not willing to miss out on it. So now I have to work myself up into saying, okay, Alex wants to go out on a date tomorrow night. He wants to go to this dance thing. You're gonna have fun. You've been to this 5 times before. Every time you go, you guys have a blast. The last time you went on a dinner date downtown, you went to a restaurant that was brand new and it was super cool, and you guys had a really romantic day and you had the perfect night, right? And it can happen again. And you don't have to be nervous about it. And each time I build upon those experiences, the social anxiety goes down and goes down and goes down. It's very similar to when I started my YouTube channel. I was terrified to get on camera and talk, and people would be like, well, if you have social anxiety, how do you get on a camera and talk? You think I can see all you? I can't see any of you out there. I don't know you people. No, but I can't see you. I see my camera, and I see Pee-Pee, my dog, sitting right here next to me. It's not very scary for me. The uploading of it was terrifying, okay? But then when I uploaded it and people would be like, hey, you're kind of a cool dude. I kind of like you. You're funny. You're nice. You give a lot of great, you know, it was easier for me over time. And that's really what happens, is you have to train yourself over time to slowly work on these things and kind of push down on the anxiety. And for me today, you know, I still have those moments, but I want to participate in life. You know, I want to have fun. I want to get out there and do things. So if you struggle with this, you know, look at the things that scare you. Look at the talk in your head. Look at the tape that you're running. What is the tape? Mine was, you're fat, people will laugh at you. You know, you're gay, people won't like you. People won't like you. People won't like you. They'll be talking about you. And I slowly took those things away, and I had to work on, even if all of that is true, I still deserve to have an amazing life and participate in everything else that everyone else does. And you do too. So try it, okay? I know it's hard, but try it. Take a small risk. Take a small leap, one day at a time. I promise you, it'll get better. I promise you it will, okay? Just take one small risk. Even if it's just walking out in your yard and going to get the mail, or going to the grocery store by yourself, you know? Just try it. Try something different and build upon that, and slowly over time, you become comfortable in your own skin, I promise. I hope you guys gain something from that. I hope me sharing these stories you guys relate to. Leave me in the comment section below if you have ways that you've gotten over your social anxiety. Listen, I try to stay teachable and always hear what other people have to say, because it might help me. I want to continue to grow. You know, I want to be that person that's like, yes, I'm super confident, and yes, I can do anything in the world, and yes, I can have the most amazing life. Why wouldn't any of us? Like, isn't that what life's about? I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.